Welcome into the John M. Huntsman Center on the campus of the University of Utah. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart, and Coach Casey Walkenhurst in all of his Utah gear.
Glad to be back, wearing my red today.
It looks great. I mean, as great as a red can look, it looks great.
I appreciate that.
You're lucky you were in the concrete section. We wouldn't be able to see you otherwise.
Now I'm blending in.
Yeah, it's great. Coach, this has been interesting. And now you're a Region 1 coach. You've got Chad Sims, you've got Kelby Miller. What can we expect in this ball game?
It's about as good a rivalry as there is in the state, I believe. You know, it's a rivalry that goes back a long, long time, with Layton and Davis. And before Farmington was built, it was like the premier rivalry in Davis County. And to have these two in the semifinal game is great for 6A and great for Region 1.
Yeah, it's been amazing to watch how all this has kind of come together. It's been really interesting. Yeah. And Dane, I think when we look at Layton and Davis, this is as good as it gets.
It is as good as it gets, and you've got experience on the floor for the Davis Stars. Coleman Atwater, a multi-year starter for Davis. He's got a great supporting cast with Bessinger and Sparrow and Christensen and Turley. The list goes on and on. That supporting cast is going to have to step up today because you know Layton's going to look to try to minimize Coleman's effect.
And it's something that's going to be interesting to see how they're going to affect Coleman Atwater. And when you look at Layton, who do they go after to try to get after the Lancers?
I think they'll do it as a team. You know, they're a switching team, so they're going to switch onto them as much as they can. But, Coleman's the best player in our region, in my opinion, and it'll be interesting to see how Layton guards him. Being the third time they've played this year, who makes a slight adjustment, or does Layton just use their athleticism and go with the flow?
And just kind of get the full feeling after that?
Yeah, they have not been close games. I mean, both games I think were 16 plus.
Yeah.
So it's kind of been whoever establishes their tempo, their rhythm wins. Kind of interested if this one plays that way or if this is more competitive through the duration of the game.
I think it'll be super competitive. Layton wins big at home. Davis wins big at home. Now we're on a neutral site, so let's make this a last-second shot type of game.
We just had that in the girls' 5A. I'm ready for it again.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
That was amazing.
That was amazing.
Absolutely unreal. So we're set for the jump ball, and it could be very interesting to see, number one, who gets it, and number two, who sets everything up as Checkett's going to go jump it up against, I think it was number 11, if I remember right, or 14, sorry.
Christensen.
Yeah, Christensen's really in there.
It'll be interesting to see who gets their tempo. Davis wants to play a little bit slower. Layton wants to get out and run, get that shot in the first 10 seconds. So it'll be interesting to see who gets to do it first.
We've not really talked about Layton, but this team has a lot of shooters.
There's a steal there for Sparrow, and he goes and throws it down. Bodie Sparrow makes it 2-0.
I mean, he plays defense and offense in football and does it on the first possession of the game here in basketball.
Yeah, Bodie for a sophomore really is very physical defensively and gets after it.
Ball gets tipped away now on the run with Bessinger. Bodie leaves it inside, but it's turned over as they are all over the basketball. Leaves Atwater open, back rimmed. If he put that one down, it might feel a little different.
He might get an early timeout.
Yeah.
This building is going to get loud at some point, especially as fans start kind of filling in.
That's why I'm surprised that Layton has more fans than Davis. A little surprised by that. As Checkett's going to set everything up here. He steps back, misses on the three. The rebound there for Checkett's, and the foul going to be called on Davis, and that is going to be on Trayden Bessinger.
You know, maybe some pesky Layton fan went to Kaysville and set up a barrière so they couldn't get out of Davis High School.
That'd be a
like
smart
a thing
move.
You'd hear in this rivalry,
yeah,
right?
Definitely.
Be an amazing move. So Checkett steps to the line, knocks down the burst.
Josh had such a big start in that quarterfinal game for Layton where they shot the ball incredibly well. I'm interested to see how they try to get him going and if that can have a similar approach to free up their guard line here this afternoon.
Yeah, if you can establish inside out against anybody, it sure helps your guards if you got a big that can score for you.
Go back down the floor with the Davis Darts tied up at 2. Bessinger up top. Hands off to Atwater, and here comes the trap and then the steal. Got the steal, hands it off, and the layup no good. Sends it out to Atwater. He sends it to the corner for 3.
Great extra pass by Carter right there.
And Romer, who started it, ends up with it.
Sam Romer.
I like that strategy for Layton if they decide to trap any ball screen for Coleman, get him out of his rhythm.
No call back court. Sends that ball inside, and it's a one-possession game after the layup is good.
I actually thought that was a good call. I thought Coleman leapt from the front court, saved it back in. I thought that was an athletic save.
And the only question I had is, did the ball hit before he grabbed it? Because it looked like it may have, and I may be totally wrong. So on the other end, does force it up, can't get it.
Davis on the glass going to be important in this one. We've got to rebound well.
Yes, especially if it looks like they've been switching early. Having Sparrow switch on to Josh Checketts.
Gonna let that one go. Gets it inside, and Romer makes it a 3-point ball game.
Davis has to make a really big emphasis on getting back in defensive transition. Layton, again, is so good in the first 10 seconds. And if Layton can do that all game, Davis is in trouble.
So on the drive, puts it on the baseline.
Looks like they're even pressuring Coleman away from the ball. A little no help, no cover action. Trying to keep the ball out of his hands.
When Romer turns it over. Yeah, there it is. Got the turnover, and here comes the easy layup. And it is a 5-point ball game, 9-4. That was crazy.
Yeah, they get into passing lanes, Layton. You got to be strong on every pass. You got to be strong with the ball in your hands because they find a way to get it from you.
So here comes Hucks. Sends it back straight away. Bodie Sparrow sends it to the corner. Hucks misses on the three. He has his own rebound.
Well, I was kind of surprised on that one just because you have the drive going if you're Sparrow.
And sends it back. Oh, the three. That was one that if it went, this place is going to be super loud. Traden sends it back out. Sparrow short on the triple. And part of it is he hadn't even looked down to see that he was behind the right line. Three on the way. Atwater makes it a 2-point ball game.
Yeah, man, he makes tough shots. Whether he's going right or left, loves that step back three. Another player for Davis that I think is huge in this game is number 11, JT Turley. He's got a great first step. He's so quick. And if they can get him going, that will help Davis for sure.
Jump it up and score it. Bodie Sparrow didn't like the call. Doesn't matter. Could have put him at the line for a +1.
And Carter Miller is important to get going too. I mean, he's been able to facilitate, but he's got to find offense today for Layton to advance.
11-7, 3:32 left in the first quarter. Layton leads here in the semis for 6A.
With a tab spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
How's your card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
Welcome back into the John M. Huntsman Center. As we do have a free throw on the other end of the floor. Thank you, Austin, for getting that on. Thank you, Austin, for getting that on.
I think he thought that the pizza delivery guy was walking in the tunnel. He was just waiting. Is that dinner?
Hey, he was like, hey, I think I have that. So Austin Bigelow is our camera guy. Of course, on the floor is Trevor Allen, but up here is Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart, and Coach Casey Walkenhurst. Is to the corner. It sends up top to Sparrow, and he traveled. Yep. He did.
Yeah, Layton's switching, but whoever switches on to Coleman is straight face guarding him. We'll see if Davis can get Coleman to set screens away from the ball. It will help him get open a little bit more with that type of defense.
So back down the floor. And Dana, it was interesting to see what we saw from Layton in that first quarter because they weren't just running simple things.
Yeah, I think they did a great job getting some early steals, getting out on the run, but even in the half court, I've done a nice job, I think, moving the basketball around here early.
Snaps that ball in the corner, now going to drive it. Send it out. on the drive, does send it back out to Miller. Going to drive the baseline, slapped away. Checkett's got the loose ball, and Checketts hits a 2.
Yep, 4 early points for him, establishing himself inside.
And that shot clock was winding down, too.
And that's bad on me for not making sure I had that. As Sparrow short on the 3, and then part of it is he's got to get inside.
Yeah, he's got to, first of all, try to shoot from the high school three-point line, but that's not Sparrow's game. He's a driver. He can't just settle for threes all game.
The 3 does not go, and the rebound taken by Atwater. And now on the run, trailing 14-7. Atwater try to send it out. It was slapped away. And ball's going to go to Layton.
You know, normally Coleman's very good as he takes drives, but the one thing Layton has, they do have a lot of length. And you can see hard for him to get that outlet out to Bessinger amongst the trees of the Lancers.
Yeah, Coleman's got to create some contact right there and get to the foul line.
Yep.
7-point ball game as Layton has the lead. And then the foul going to be called here on Hauser, who came over and got the foul call.
I really like Hauser coming down, but he's not vertical when he comes over on the help. Watch those hands coming right in. One on the body, one in on the hands.
That's a tough one. Especially when you see the replay.
Yeah, if he's there and takes a charge, he's got a chance right there, but he bailed out the officials by trying to reach in and
he's got to be
get the
vertical
foul
on that, right?
Yeah.
And when your hands come in, it's like, well.
Yeah, that's an easy one for the officials.
Okay. Well, if you think it's easy, then okay, that's easy.
It's that block charge call. It's a mystery sometimes, but when you don't even give them the opportunity, they'll just call a foul.
You just can't try to take the charge underneath the hoop.
Yes, I agree.
Well, you still can. We don't like it. It's authorized.
I know, and it's just so irritating. As here comes Hux, sends that ball out.
Layton's doing a good job of keeping JT here with the ball in front.
He's so speedy.
He does get around to the rim and scores. 16-9.
Very good going to his right. Let's see if Layton does a better job of keeping him on his left hand tonight.
Get that ball in the corner. 15 on the shot. Send that ball inside. And came off the foot. 9 seconds. Going to pull and hit. Oh, man. How about that one from Romer?
7 early points for Sam Romer. He between him and Carter. If Sam gets going, it helps. If you get them both going, it's big time for Layton.
They do probably have the deepest guard line.
Yes, definitely. Deeper of these two teams for sure.
And that ball just absolutely off the mark from Atwater. Going to come up the floor. Carter. 4-3. Oh, man. That's a 12-point lead for the Layton Lancers.
If this wasn't last possession, you'd probably see a Davis timeout right now because everything working for Layton.
So 10 seconds to go here in the quarter. Comes off the screen. Hux hands back. Send to the corner. 2 seconds. Short on the 3. And the rebound does not matter as the first quarter comes to an end. And it is Layton leading Davis 21-9 in the 6A semi. Welcome back into the John M. Huntsman Center. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart, and Coach Casey Walkenhurst with you. And Casey, what did you think what we saw in that first quarter?
Layton's playing the game they want to play. Davis needs to settle in right here. They got to get a heavy dose of Coleman Atwater in the second quarter and get him going before this thing gets out of hand.
And Dane, I mean, that was really interesting to see how that whole first quarter just kept rolling right back into the hands of Davis.
Well, I think the thing for me, for Layton, is they're getting anything they want right now. Be it the outside shot, be it running the floor, the guards are moving the basketball. Coach said it, it's playing right into their hands.
With that ball to Turley, try to send it out right in the hands of Layton. So skip it across, and that ball's out of bounds. Not a bad idea there from number 12 to try to get that over.
When you get in the lane against Layton, you've got to be under control. You got to be off 2 feet because they are so good in getting in passing lanes. So I hope, if Davis gets into the lane, they're going to find open shooters if they are not jump passing.
So up the floor with Davis. Up top now near side with Bessinger. And then we have a foul away from the ball. That's going to be on Tage Allen, his first.
I think Kelby will be fine with that. Some off-ball fouls, make Coleman feel uncomfortable every time he's coming off of a screen.
So Jake Goddard comes in for Allen. Going to pull for three, does not go. Rebound taken back by Davis. Allen has that ball slapped away as he was trying to get that ball to the corner. So drive it, and there's a foul call. Going to put him at the line to shoot two. And a big one here for the lefty.
Coleman's trying to get that ball moving, but after a couple of times of having it disrupted, goes right to the lane there.
Might be looking at that kind of foul, might be Jordan rules tonight. The old Detroit Pistons.
Yeah. I just watched that 30 for 30.
Every time Atwater goes in the air, he's going to get knocked to the floor.
Although him, you don't want to force to his left. You got to force him to his right?
Yeah, way more comfortable going to his left.
Yeah, the Jordan rules, anytime he's in the paint, he hits the floor.
And make him earn it from the free throw line. And does go 2 for 2. So a 10-point ball game, 21-11. If you're Davis, say, hey, we got to get him to move.
You're going to try to post up Checkets here.
Going to pull on the three, wide to the right. And now the board and look up the floor. Sends it out. Here comes Bessinger to the rim. No. Oh, a foul call. Yeah, take a look at it.
I really like this play here for Bessinger.
He does better.
Yeah, that's a foul.
Yeah.
Good call.
Third team foul on Layton.
Early in the second quarter.
Yes. Yep.
And Bessinger misses the first.
Last time down they had Coleman guarding Checkets. Let's see if they try to take advantage of that.
Bessinger 1 of 2. So Chase Randall will come back on the floor. So back down the floor with Jonah Fulmer. Not going to miss on that one in the second quarter. On the drive, and a foul on the drive here on Bodie Sparrow.
Second on Sparrow.
Chad saying, hey, I guess we'll play through it. And that ball's tipped away. And then the timeout granted to Chad Sims. As you saw right there, there'll be a 30-second timeout, but not too bad when you've got a football player down there.
Yeah, and a smart timeout with the extra K-Jazz timeouts in this semifinal game.
Let me ask you a little question. Be honest, Coach. You're pretty transparent with us.
Yeah.
You see that ball go to the floor. You see bodies flying to the floor. Are you just automatically yelling timeout? It feels like that happens a lot.
Yes.
Not saying you in particular, just in general the game.
I try to keep my timeouts for as long as I can. But instinctually, yeah, you're tending to, as a coach, yelling timeout in that situation.
Yeah.
You kind of got to know your possession arrow too as well. You have possession. Maybe not waste one right there. You might need it later in the game, but instinctually you're probably yelling.
Yeah. You mentioned the extra TV timeouts. We'll have that semis today, championships Thursday, Friday. You like that as a coach? Is that disruptive? Is that weird, like inside of the game where you have extra media timeouts per quarter?
No, I never really made a difference when we played in semifinals and state championship games. It's actually kind of nice knowing that you've got a few extra, so you can use one in a situation like this and feel like you have some more later on.
Well, especially when it gets a little later and you know, hey, maybe I do have an extra timeout that you weren't planning for.
Yeah, definitely. Right? And, the fact that you get to play on K-Jazz and TV, cool, Whatever, how many timeouts you want to give us or take away timeouts, I don't care.
Did you hear what he just said?
But let's,
I mean,
come on, coach.
KSL is always the best.
And you get to play on us throughout the whole year.
Yes.
The whole season.
Like, it's not just
When
for
you guys
1 or
start
2
rewarding
games.
us media timeouts, then
We can make that happen.
let's do it.
We can totally do it.
How many media timeouts do you want next time we come to Farmington?
1 per half.
21-12, Layton leads Davis.
We got to do an internet connection. I'm just kidding.
Coleman Atwater sends it back out. Nice extra pass. The 3 on the way and got it. Really nice extra pass there. Makes it a 6-point game.
Very unselfish play by JT right there to pass it to Bennett for that open 3. Davis needs to create more easy shots like that.
How about the start of this second quarter? It was 21-9, little 6-0 burst here.
Yeah, Davis isn't going to go away. They got too many good players.
So on the drive, Miller cannot get it. Rebound taken. And now back up the floor with Bessinger. Sends it back up top here to Turley. And pump the 3, now drive it and put it in.
Checkets needs to know that a Breiker Kauser 3 is a lot better for you than him getting to the
I'm kind
basket.
of surprised he bid on that.
Yeah, you need to stay down right there.
Kauser can hit that shot, but the percentage is.
Yes, no question.
Try to lob that in, and it's taken away by Bessinger. As here comes Traden. Sends it out, put it on the floor, back out to the corner. It's a 3, and got it. Timeout, Layton.
Yep, Davis is getting in the lane, making the right pass. That's 3 consecutive wide open shots for the Darts.
That 2 minutes looks like a different Davis team, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
The thing is that's what it is, right? Hey, you have the timeouts here for our pardon me. Thank you.
Yes. While we have a timeout, we'll thank our sponsors that make our playoff coverage possible here from the Huntsman Center. I want to thank Tab Bank, home of the Tab Spend Rewards checking account with a 3.5% annual percentage yield on your account balance and a 1% cash back on eligible purchases. But great rewards are just the beginning. Convenient online and mobile banking with no hidden or complex qualification requirements, no minimum opening balance, and no account fees. It's a big deal at Tab Bank. Of course, member FDIC. Thanks to Tab Bank for sponsoring our coverage here from the Huntsman Center.
And a steal on the inbound. And here comes Turley. Sends it back out. Pump the 3. Now pull it. And hit it. Davis takes the lead. They were down 21-9 at the beginning of the quarter.
Wow. Yeah, Layton's having a hard time making simple passes right now. Davis has all the momentum.
Well, not the way you want to come out of a timeout, huh?
No.
At all.
I don't think it was drawn up that way.
No.
And now a double dribble. And Kelby's kind of standing there like, what in the world's going on?
But here's the thing. You knew this was going to happen, right? I mean, this is what this rivalry is.
Yes.
When we talk about both regular season games where 16+, that is the anomaly.
Yes. Basketball's a game of runs. Layton started the game on a run. Davis is on one now. Let's see if Layton can punch back. I like this. Little ISO in the post.
Nearly turns it over. And now a steal. Got it back. Bessinger going to jump ball. Yeah. Possession arrow goes to Davis. Man, when you start getting this going, right? Just trying to fight for the ball and make things happen.
Yep. I still think Coleman needs to be a lot more aggressive. He seems to be thinking pass first right now, which is good, but he needs to get going.
He's got the ball in the hands of one of the wings. Hands it back. Here comes Fulmer. Can't get the shot to go. The rebound to Bessinger.
That's a really good defensive possession by Davis. They were moving, switching.
Send that ball to the corner, drive it to the rim, and it's 25-21 off of the drive and bucket there from Bennett Wright.
He's got 8 points all in this quarter. Sometimes you need guys to step up. Coleman's got to have a big game, but who's going to help him? This second quarter's been Bennett Wright.
Yep, sixth man. Came off the bench, ready to go.
Sends it out. The three on the way, back rimmed. That ball tipped out and then going to be tracked down by Miller. I thought that was a really good idea to let that ball get in the backcourt.
Very intelligent play.
Carter. Oh, that three just will not go. That was a really good idea.
Layton's got to get to the rim. They're settling for too many threes right now, especially getting beat on a big run right here.
And that's maybe the problem with hitting a couple early, right? Is now you start to settle for that. And
ooh, got that ball inside to Atwater. And Coleman easily lays that one up and in.
Yep, good back. Oh, good backdoor by Coleman there.
18-0 run by Davis.
The three blocked away. How about that one? And this is part of that situation. It's like, man, do you need to take a timeout? Like, what do you have to do? Here comes Bessinger.
I think he'll get a timeout right here if Davis scores.
Ooh, that was a near travel. Here comes Coleman. Oh, steps over. Oh, that did not go. The rebound taken down by number 14, Croydon Christensen. Not Croydon Christensen. And there you go. Sam Romer finally breaks the whole thing with that one.
Yeah, a little lucky break, bouncing it right off a Davis player and get it right back for a layup. We should give the assist to Davis.
And the ball up top with Bessinger. Bessinger going to drive it, blocked away by Carter. The ball still traveling. Send it back out. He's got to get out of the lane. It's 3 seconds. Yes, sir.
Wow. Kelby, you don't normally see him get so emotional on the side. He wanted that 3-second call badly.
But he wants to make sure he tells everybody, like, hey, what are we doing? Like, kid was in the lane for about 8 seconds.
He was there for a while.
But that clock re-changes whenever there's a dribble or a hold or a possession leave, right? So that could have reset a couple of times.
The dribble does not change that.
I believe it's only a shot attempt.
Thank you.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the dribble does not change it. As here's a steal. The drive sends it over. The three won't go. The rebound goes out of bounds off of Davis. It'll be Layton basketball.
Well, when we have an official up here later today, we'll ask him that. I was under the impression dribble did, but I could be totally wrong.
Yeah, my understanding is dribble does not reset in 3 seconds.
As far as I know, is a shot attempt resets it.
Yes.
Good backdoor.
Nice backdoor, and Carter has it and lays it up and in, and just like that, a 2-point ball game. It does matter, though. The 18-0 run, now an 18-4 run in the second quarter. Man, that's a big deal.
Yeah, if Layton can get a stop right here and score, get this tied, it'll change the momentum a little bit more back to Layton.
So the foul there, and it's a fourth Layton team foul. Inbound into Bessinger, short on the three, got his own rebound, and now sends it out to Atwater. Coleman, hard of the hole, and got the foul call. It'll be the 15th foul. Is that on 30? Number 12, my bad.
Yeah, second on Tage. Yeah. And I like that with Checkers off the floor, now you're seeing Davis, especially with some of that perimeter ball movement, open up the lanes for Coleman to then attack.
And he misses the first.
Davis, notice, has started to become, making the simple play, the extra pass, getting into the lane, playing simply off 2 feet, and it negates Layton's chaos a little bit. Not as many deflections and steals for Layton in this quarter.
So 28-25 was a nice take. And again, very interesting when I'm looking at the game clock and shot clock, what is it they're going to want to do?
Yeah, Layton's going to still want to take the last shot because there's only a second and a half difference, but there goes Carter.
Traveling violation.
I don't know if I agree with that travel there.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Shall we?
Oh.
Well, I don't know how that happened. That's not what my button is supposed to do.
Big possession. This is a momentum play going into halftime.
Oh, that's out of bounds, and it is Layton basketball. So 13.3 seconds to go in the half. The shot clock is turned off.
By the way, has been confirmed. Only a shot resets the 3 seconds. So
usually the officials don't believe I know anything, but I got that one.
So inside of 10 seconds, try to send that in. Taken away by Bessinger. He does try to get it up. Oh, and then the foul going to be called here on Traden.
That was no ill will, just a bad positioning and momentum.
Oh, 100%. You saw immediately like, hey, that was not on purpose.
Uh-oh, the official's down.
Oh, yeah, behind the play.
I didn't know if we had the whole thing.
I missed that.
There we go. Finally got it centered up. But a little tough here. I didn't see when he went down.
I didn't either. He's back on his feet. That's good. We've had some tough injuries here this week at the Huntsman Center.
Been really interesting, to say the least, right?
Yeah, I mean, the Orem one was brutal. Certainly wish the best for Riker Mickelson. And then Tamai Edawati for Davis. Had a really bad turned ankle in the quarters. Affected her in the semis today.
Everybody's kind of come over just to check on him. I didn't see where he got hit by anything.
I didn't either. And I mean, I think he was on the baseline. I don't know if a player ran into him or what, but
he almost looks dizzy. They just gave him some water. I don't know if he just might have collapsed or something.
I mean, he's kind of hobbling a little bit, yeah.
I mean, these are big games for the officials too. Like they've earned this right to get to a semifinal game. Maybe nerves.
There are other officials in the building for other games. I mean,
yeah, they might have
officials
to.
out. Is that something you think they would?
Yeah,
entertain?
I would guess that they would try to get the best 3 out there they can.
Certainly hope he's okay. And look, he's back on. We're going.
2 seconds, 1 second, and the 3 does not go, as that will do it for the first half here at the Huntsman Center. As our halftime score, Davis 28 and Layton 25 for Danesville. We'll be back in just a minute. You're watching the 2025 6A state tournament.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash your card.
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
And welcome back into the John M. Huntsman Center on the campus of the University of Utah. Dusty Litzner, Dane Stewart, and of course the coach, Casey Walkenhurst. And coach, let's start with you. What we thought you saw in the first half, we can see the group going forward in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tale of 2 quarters. Layton looked unbeatable in the first and then scored 6 in the second. And Davis looked like they're in deep water, and then they go off for, 17 in the second. So it's, again, who plays their style. If, again, Layton can get out and score early in the shot clock, I think that brings back them into the advantage. If Davis can play fundamental basketball, move the ball, create open shots, it's their game to lose. So, again, I hope this thing just comes down to the wire. I think, these are 2 really good teams, obviously, to be in the semifinals, but it'll come down to some minor adjustments, I think.
I think the minor adjustments very interesting because knowing who both these teams are, Dane, we've gotten to see a ton of Davis. You got to see Layton before we kind of got going, but this has been very interesting to see how they go together.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how Layton continues to manage their lineup. I think Davis on some of those, the ball movement around the perimeter and driving. Do we see more minutes from Chekas try to take away some of those driving lanes? We'll see. I do want to just circle back on the official. We did get kind of a clarification from our sideline reporter, Steve Rees. You might know him as Push-Up Paul. But he did say that the official got kicked as a player went to the floor in the jaw. But good to see that he's up. He's okay. We're good to go. So anyway, but I think the adjustments too for me, I love that Davis gotten out on the run a little bit. And I think the ball movement in the half court's been really good, right? He was a little stale early, but you're seeing that moving a little bit quicker, which I think has helped them to get back in this ball game and have a lead at half.
And other guys from Davis stepping up.
Bennett Wright.
Not just watching Coleman do his thing. Yeah, Bennett Wright with 8 in the second quarter kind of brought a big spark to the darts.
Certainly, Jim, when you look at that first half, Sam Romer with 9, you got 8 points from Carter Miller, and then on the other side, 8 points from Coleman Atwater, and then 8 from Bennett Ryan. You had 4 from Traden Bessinger, but you just see where both these teams come from.
Yeah, it looks like Layton's going to start in a 1-3-1 here. This is kind of an old Layton staple right here to maybe get Davis out of their rhythm.
I'd love run 1-3-1s. I don't know why.
If you got length and guys move well, it's a really good half-court defense.
Bessinger knocks down the three, and there's a difference, right? JT Turley now has 5 points, but if he gets that three and it kind of gets him going, you can see where it could turn him.
Yes, he can score in bunches really fast.
Nice pitch inside, can't get the three to go, and now the rebound and bring it up the floor here with Coleman Atwater. And they got to hurry. Does get it across. Bessinger, he had a missed opportunity there. 14 was kind of standing there like, hey, can you get me the ball? And
looks like Layton's back to man, maybe going to change up defenses here in the second half.
Sparrow does get fouled and will go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. An interesting one when you look at Sparrow. We have the replay.
He continues to be aggressive. He's missed a couple shots. I mean, had the opening dunk, but I like that he continues to be locked in. And
I'm sure Coach Sims talked to him about, hey, you got to do what you're best at.
Yeah.
Get into the lane, create some contact. Don't just settle for threes.
He does go 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So back down the floor, 32-25.
It's like they're trying to get Checketts involved.
Could not get the foul call on the drive there. Carter for 3 does not get it either. So there's 5 points kind of going by the B side as Sparrow sends it out, extra pass. And the 3 is good, and they're going to count the bucket as what a shot there from Atwater.
Yep, great extra pass by Christensen, I believe, or Bessinger, one of the two, to draw the defense, make the extra pass, and get a great shot instead of a good shot.
again, the ball movement is so good into the corner. Defense is late. Welcome to the new age of basketball, Dusty.
What is he?
There's contact. There is contact. It's on the follow through.
And it's on the right hand, though, but it's not even like.
Look, we can spread our legs after a shot, and if we hit a toenail, we're,
Hey, the pros get to do it. I guess we get to do it.
I'm not even complaining against the officials. That's just kind of state of the game right now.
Layton is very not in rhythm right now.
No.
They're not playing their game. Davis is doing a good job keeping them in a half-court game.
Well, there's a near steal, and then you have a jump ball. Absolutely. So the ball will go to Layton.
How does Layton get back in this? I mean, they had that tempo going early. They haven't been able to get back into it, Coach.
They're going to have to start creating some turnovers and getting out in the open court and go on. They got to go on a run right here pretty soon. And that's what they're really good at.
Goes into Carter Atwater, and that ball just comes in and out. It was a good-looking shot, but it went in and out. Here comes Sparrow. Oh, nice reverse. Can't get it. And the rebound taken by Davis. That's Jonah Fulmer.
You'd love for him to hit that shot, but you love that he took it.
Yes.
And that's a great drive and finish. That puts him at double figures at 10 points.
Yeah, let's see if that gets Miller going a little bit. That's what Layton's good at. Get out in the open floor.
And the three is good. Sparrow has been waiting on it. Able to hit the three.
Lane's just not getting back quick enough, Coach.
No. They're hanging around too much, trying to get steals in the front court.
Got that into Checketts. He cannot get the shot to go.
That's a tough one. That's one you need your big man to make.
On the way. Oh, there's the block by Checketts.
Oh, nice.
Goes back in. Oh, and he gets the foul call. And he immediately grabs him like, hey.
Again, right there, Sparrow's creating all the contact on this. I'm not.
So you don't love that call?
I don't love that call. Look, he gets into Checketts' area. That should not be a defensive foul.
You know what I love, though? Checketts has a little fire after that. You see him kind of, and then he helps him up, right? And you kind of tell, like, you see that competitive side, and yet you also see and we're good, right? Like, it's not a personal thing. Like, I just kind of love that balance of fire, and yet, like, competing without contempt.
Yeah,
right.
that's good. Good sportsmanship.
Yeah,
Very good sportsmanship. 39-27, Davis leads on Layton.
With a Tab Spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash or card?
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
So welcome back in a 12-point ball game as Davis has the lead in their free throw. I mean, look at this. It was 15-9 at the end of the first quarter.
21-9.
Oh, 21-9. Yeah, what am I thinking? 6 points in a quarter and a half.
Yeah, Layton's not used to this. You can tell their kids are very uncomfortable of how the game's going right now. I hope Layton's got to come out with one of their go-to plays right here to get a little momentum back.
What do you expect that to be, Coach?
Little Iverson ISO right there.
That's a single, and they cannot get it to go. And the rebound taken by Turley.
Well, and after that shot, Carter kind of dips his head and shakes it. You can tell. You said they weren't feeling comfortable. They're not.
He had a wide open layup. He misses it. And then the foul call going to be on Layton. Going to put the ball on the free throw line, looking for two.
I think Carter's letting his poor-ish shooting performance just, affect his defense right now. He's got to focus back in and get some stops.
Does get it into Bessinger. Can't get it to go. Tip back up and got it. Sends it back out to Sparrow. Sparrow on the drive and a block. So count the bucket, and it'll put him at the line.
Yeah, I think it's a block. He wasn't set.
He wasn't there in time. And the free throw is good, and it's a 17-point lead.
We talked about guys stepping up. Bodie Sparrow has 8 points in this quarter. So it was Bennett Wright in the second quarter with his 8. Bodie Sparrow has 8 in the third for Davis.
Yeah.
And there's a steal coming the other way. Atwater cannot get it to go. The board can't get it for Bessinger, and that goes out of bounds and going the other way with Layton.
Yeah, Coleman's uncharacteristically not playing a great game, but Davis is good because he has a supporting cast that's carrying him right now.
He's not having his usual scoring efficiency.
Yes.
Right? But the team has been there to help shoulder the load for him.
On the drive, they get the foul call on the take, and the number 24, that is Bessinger.
And I'm sure Coleman's fine with it.
Yeah.
What's special about Coleman is he's about winning. I don't think he cares too much about his numbers as long as his team is winning.
We've got trade-off jerseys, and so we kind of got bit by that here right now. You're good.
Oh, I'm good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the free throw is good, as it's 44-29. I'll back up the floor with Turley. Going to send to the corner. Now going to work it over to Atwater. Send up top. And Sparrow sends it back out. So on the drive off his 2 feet and lays it up and in. And then a little muscle.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah. He normally doesn't show a lot of emotion.
Oh, he doesn't, but how about that from Carter?
Another good 2-foot finish by Carter. Layton can't keep going back and forth here, though. Layton's got to string some stops together. Otherwise, they're just going to run out of time.
And I'll tell you right now, you saw that. He was bent over.
Yeah.
So it's an easy call.
Yeah, he never really has verticality there. He's got defending, but kind of coming into Miller on that.
Knocks down the free throw, and it's a 3-point play for Carter Miller. And there's a drive and finish. Oh, man, and a timeout taken.
I mean, same thing. Like, you're letting Davis beat you down the floor every time.
Yeah. You can't, guys, you got to stop just giving up easy layups. You've got to buckle down and defend here.
So full timeout. No, never mind. 30-second timeout. Right? Yep, 30-second timeout. So 3:02 left in the third quarter. And a 48-32 lead here for the Davis Darts. And, it's interesting. Got Dane Stewart, got Coach Casey Walkenhurst with this. And this has been interesting, Coach, because it kind of just continues to roll when we're trying to get a feel for this ballgame.
Yeah, like I said, Layton's just going to continue to see this stay at 16-14 unless they get some stops. Or just hope Davis stops making open shots, which isn't probably going to happen. So you got to string some stops together. This has got to be, if I'm Kelby in my timeout right now, this has got to be a 10-point or less game by the end of this quarter.
And that has to be the mindset, right? You got to get it to 10 points so you can actually get a feel.
Yeah, but it does have to start on the defensive end. I mean, again, you look at the points Davis is putting up right now, it feels like half of them, they've got 3-on-2s. Coming out of the hoop. And It's just like, that's a problem.
So straight away with Romer, and then the foul call. That's the 13th foul as he's going to come out of the ball game.
Bessinger's fourth.
I just heard that, right?
Yeah. I missed a couple. That's one way if you're Layton, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Try to lob that one in. So on the drive, Miller lost the handle. Got it ahead. Here comes Turley. Oh, nice job adjusting and laying it up and in.
Layton's got too much dribbling. The ball's got to move a little bit more. Can't be won by playing one-on-one right here.
Quicker too, right? You're going to dribble in that deep collapse. It's just too late by that point.
Yep. Carter's got to realize there's 3 white jerseys around him. There's 2 other open black jerseys out there.
Each team with 14 fouls here. Oh, make it 5.
Which is amazing because not that long ago, I mean, it was 4-1. He had the whole run of stuff there on Davis. And now they are in foul trouble as they are in the bonus.
I'm going to ask you a question here, Coach.
Okay.
Is there a point of emphasis this year on having the bench sit down? I feel like I've seen that a lot these last couple of weeks where it's everyone down. Is that more customary and I just haven't noticed it?
Well, that's not good to be blowing the horn there. I haven't noticed it any more than normal.
Okay. I feel like I've noticed it a lot, and that's where I'm like, maybe I just haven't noticed it before. But.
I don't understand why it's such a big deal when the ball's in the other end of the floor, but, the officials want control of the game, I guess.
Send it over for 3, and he got it. Oh, man. How about the 3 from Bennett Wright? Guy's got 11 points.
Layton's in trouble.
Yep.
Miller can't get that one to go. Got that one over. And the layup and 1.
Yeah, you don't want to get a cheap one like that. You just let him lay it in and move on to the next play. I feel like Carter is pressing. He's trying to put his team on his shoulders, which is understandable, but he's got to realize he's got a few really talented seniors around him that can help him.
Well, the thing that kind of surprised me when I think of this Layton team is the depth of scoring that they had in the backcourt. Carter's got 13. Romer's got 9. Fulmer only has 4. None from Randall. Goddard has 2. Like, they have not gotten that guard line going.
Yeah.
And the foul on the turnover. All right, so here you go. Sam Romer's going to go back to the line to shoot 2 free throws. And actually, I just saw my dad kind of like, what do you mean? He's like, no, he got him. And he was really mad about the fact that he let the ball go. But it's like, hey, you've got these little turnovers and fouls that come on it.
Yep.
You got to capitalize at the line, though. I mean, really, if you're Layton, you can't miss another free throw, right?
Nope.
And you got to start to let that build back your offense a little bit.
Yeah, you got a minute 51 here. Your goal of getting it to 10 or less is still available. You got to get a couple stops, couple scores. You can't give up these cheap, easy layups.
And there's a steal. And Miller sends it to the lane. Could not get the free throw to go. And then the putback is there. And there you go, right? Got it down to 13. And now the trap, and he sends it up the floor.
Timeout.
Oh, and they grounded the timeout to Chad Sims. Man, this has been interesting. We'll see if they give him a full timeout, if it's a 30-second timeout. And it's a full timeout. All right, 1:34 left in the third. 53-40, Davis with the lead. So welcome back into the Huntsman Center. Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart, and of course Casey Walkenhurst with you. And they had a chance to get two.
Now Layton's got to pick up pressure here, but they still can defend without fouling, especially with Davis being in the bonus here on the next foul. Just get a defensive stop right here. There you go.
Ball thrown away. We're going to go back to Layton, which we haven't seen for a bit.
Woof.
Yeah, this is a big possession right here.
On the drive, gives that ball inside. Puts it up and got it. Well, there it is. I mean, this is an 11. And that was Sam Romer who got the 2. Got the ball to Atwater. And Atwater gets it ahead, and the layup is good. And that's where they've missed those a couple of times.
Yeah. And right there, Layton, you get it down to 11. You just can't give up a layup like that.
And they get the foul. And it's going to go on. They call it on Breiker Kauser.
Yeah.
Number 3 on Kauser. So now Christensen, or pardon me, Miller rather, going on the line. And the free throw is good. And he's 2 of 2.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so lucky that kid is standing there. That's Chase Randall who was chasing down that basketball. My gosh.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a scary pass.
Is it Davis nerves that some of these passes are sailing a little bit, or are they getting sped up? I
think it's a little bit of both.
And I'll say it's wide open, and Turley finally takes it and goes and lays it in. So 57-44.
See what type of shot Layton gets right here. Get it to 10 on a 3.
So I'm looking to see who's where. Because Carter's got to come out for the screen, right? Here comes the screen. Going to drive at 9. That ball's knocked away. So here comes Davis. Gets away from it now. Pulls. Doesn't get it.
Oh.
And now it's the end of the third quarter. And I think he's okay.
Yeah.
So at the end of 3, it is all Davis. The Darts 57 and the Lancers 44. We got 1 quarter left to find out who's the first one in the 6A state tournament. And welcome back into the John M. Huntsman Center. It is Dusty Litster, Dane Stewart, and Coach Casey Walkenhurst with you. And Casey, what we saw in that third quarter was super impressive to watch. Number one, what Davis was able to get done. Got a little bit there from Layton at the end, but just to watch how both teams had to get through that third quarter.
Yeah, Davis did a good job of getting layups off of Layton's pressure. Layton did a good job of speeding Davis up a little bit. We'll see how chaotic Layton can make this fourth quarter to try to get back into this one.
You got to come on pressure. He's going to have to travel first. So missed opportunity there, Dane. Very interesting third quarter for Layton. But they got to continue in the fourth quarter to try to bite their way back into it.
Yeah, you got to love the response, right? I mean, they went down by 20. It was down 20.
Yeah, they were down 20. Yep, absolutely.
Fight back, get to 11. You're 13 here. You got to love that effort. You got to find a little more, and it's hard to come back from that amount. But you only got 8 minutes left in your season if you don't.
Yep.
Well, there's the turnover.
That one. Tough one.
That's a super. I mean, that's as tough as it gets, to say the least. As Kauser gives that one to Atwater. Atwater drives it right to the rim, can't get it. Tip back up, can't get it. And the rebound taken by Layton, and then the foul going to be charged here to Atwater.
Yeah, Coleman's got to realize that's what Layton wants you to do. They want to speed you up. They want you to force quick shots so they can go make a run right here. So he probably better if he were to dribble that out, make Layton guard for 35 seconds, and get them out of what they want to do.
Like 100%. Like everything you just said. Like, that's everything that he wants to see done, right?
Yep, Kelby was excited to see that drive there.
The jumper won't go.
It's
And
good contest by Moala.
Just a tough shot in a situation where you need to get easy shots like that right there.
Absolutely. JT Turley gets an easy layup. The three on the way and got it. That was Romer that knocks down the three.
Is that the first Layton three since the first quarter?
And it was from Romer in the first quarter.
That's true. Send that ball out, and now the foul going to be charged here to Layton.
Actually, I think Carter had one in a little fast break action in the first quarter as well, but I think that's only their third.
But yeah, they didn't hit one in the second. I don't recall one in the second half.
No,
that's a big part of their game.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Good three-point shooting team.
Yep.
So off the drive, Atwater puts that ball in the corner. He shifts that one across, wide open under the rim, and got the layup. Nicely done there by Junior Moala. Look at that, 61-47 for Davis. Going to come off the drive, gets it over to Miller, cannot get it. Now the rebound and run out, sends that one ahead. Atwater maybe shuffled his feet and lays it up and in. And a timeout on the floor. Pardon me, it's for Layton. And they're going to call a full timeout. But here's a look at how the last one was scored.
Yeah, tough shot by Carter. Kind of leads to Davis's fast break there.
That was really tough, to say the least.
Layton was 9 of 17 from three in their win against Lone Peak in the quarters.
Yeah.
So again, we talk about how good they shoot that. That's 50%. I mean, it has not been that way today.
No. Yeah, and sometimes, you don't shoot well, you got to do something else, especially on the defensive end, and right now they're not doing that.
Yeah.
They haven't. All right, so we'll step aside. We'll be right back. Davis leads 63-47 on Layton.
With a tab spend checking account, you earn big rewards. It's hard to not make a scene.
Cash your card.
Oh, my card's right here.
That's a big card.
You should see how much it's earned me. Sorry, Grandma. Tab Spend isn't just another checking account. It's packed with benefits.
How do I get one?
Just scan this QR code or go to tabbank.com. It's all online and super easy to get started.
John M. Huntsman Center. Is Layton going to inbound the basketball?
Hopefully Kelby talked to his team, kind of calmed him down. Guys, we got 6 minutes. It's all or nothing right here. Let's go on a little run right here and see what happens.
And they got to find some way to get people moving, as Romer cannot get that one to go. Loose ball. And now it'll be a fresh shot clock here for Layton. Send that ball to the corner. Three on the way. Won't go. Rebound taken by Kauser.
Finally a wide open kick shot.
Yep.
It was a great extra pass by Sam Romer there.
And the three won't go for Kauser. As on the send in, it goes right to Kauser. Jump in the lane. Yeah, no foul call. And then now on the run.
I thought that was a good no call.
Yep. Got inside, able to get it blocked, and then gets it up and in. Nicely done there by Romer. Send that one ahead. The three does not go.
It's not a shot. That's exactly what Layton wants you to do.
But the offensive boards right now, I mean, Davis, the last couple possessions, they've had second, third chance opportunities.
Yep. Layton's got to capitalize on those quick shots.
Yeah, you see Chad Sims like right now, hey, no. We've got to spread this out. As Moala sends that back up top. Turley got the three. Jacob Turley is showing his guys like, hey, I got three. We're good.
4 different scorers in double figures for Davis.
Drops that inside to Checkets.
That's huge. You got 4 guys in double figures and Atwater not putting up 25, 26 like he's used to.
He's still
That's
at 16 though.
It's quiet.
No, I get it, but that's still a pretty healthy game.
Oh yeah.
Right to the rim. Cannot get it. Moala with the rebound and is fouled. He's going to help out his teammate first.
His teammates are efficiently, I feel like, scoring, getting those into double figures. Coleman's getting them in with a lot of shot attempts. And you know, if I had a player like Coleman, I would be telling him to shoot a little bit more too. So
yeah, right.
Take advantage of him.
If you had one, you know, you had a guy a couple years ago.
Yeah, I mean, if there's an ultimate green light, Colin Chandler had it. Or Trevin Nell. Shoot whenever you want. It's probably going to be a good thing for us.
Yeah, we get going like, hey, we're all going to ride you.
Yep.
We're good.
Hey, do they not have younger brothers, Coach?
Colin's got an 8th grader coming up.
Okay.
Through, we'll see how he develops.
Oh, that ball's out of bounds off of Farmington. Probably Layton, rather. You see the kids like standing like, what do you want from me? But
well, I was just going to go back to that Atwater point. He's got 16. In the Davis win, he scored 24 against Layton. In the Davis loss, he had 16. Interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Looks like just a lot more help from his friends here in this one.
Nice little ball fake there for Cowser. Here comes Cowser into the lane, sends it out. Turley now to Sparrow. Sparrow, a little extra pass, sends it back out. The 3 short. And the rebound still taken by Turley. The 3 not going to go.
I think Chad's going to like that shot too much. Use another 35 seconds on the shot clock.
Yep, exactly what I thought. On the drive, Miller can't get it, puts it back up. And there's a foul call, and he'll go to the line.
And they didn't take full advantage of it, but offensive rebound again.
Yep.
Right? I mean, they're just quicker right now. Davis is quicker to the ball.
Looks like Traden Bessinger's 5th foul.
Oh, I didn't even pick up on that. As he'll come off the floor as Bennett Wright comes on. Bessinger had a different night. Traden, though, 4 points, 5 fouls, but it's all the little things he was doing. It was all the rebounds, it was all the little things he was able to get done in his play.
Everyone forgot there's no 1-on-1s anymore for a second.
I miss it. Well, that was a shooting foul, but
yeah.
I mean, I kind of miss it too.
I miss it big time.
Does put a lot more pressure in late game situations.
Yes, it does.
I think Kelby's asked for a 30-second timeout. So it will be a 30-second timeout.
Should we ask a fun question?
Absolutely.
Well, you might not find it fun. Davis, looking like they're going to advance, right? 50-point lead, 3 minutes to go. Who do you think is the better matchup for the Darts between Corner Canyon and Harriman?
That's a great question. Boy, I think Harriman would be a Harriman day. I mean, either Corner Canyon, Harriman, both great teams. I would think a Harriman matchup would be a little better for Davis. Harriman's got, Cale Barclay, who's really good inside. I think Davis can match up with him a little inside. Harriman's got good guards. Davis has really good guards. And then you got Valdez and Bendinger. Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong either way. I think either way, it'll show really who the best 6A teams are for this year. Could be a 1-2 matchup. Could be a 2-4 matchup. We'll see.
Okay. Well, we can go off topic. What's the best burger place in Farmington?
Wow. And is it a chain or just exclusive to Farmington?
No, you need a burger. Where do you go?
There's a Johnny Rockets at Station Park there by the school.
Is that your go-to?
I prefer Habit Burger, honestly.
Okay.
Habit's awesome.
Okay.
Johnny Rockets is a little expensive for a teacher's salary.
Yeah,
we really got to have a good month that time, but to get a Johnny Rockets burger.
That's where you're saying hey, hopefully I don't have a sub that I got to have that week or anything.
Yeah. If you took a day off, you're not getting Johnny Rockets for that month
at all, right? So back up the floor with Davis. They got to get it across. 27, and they do. Yeah, there it is. It wasn't even in his hands. He's got to come get it. And he's saying the same thing. He's like, I can't Like, what do you want me to do?
I think it's got to be possessed in the front court, and that ball's in the air when it hits 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, still considered in the backcourt in the air.
I mean, he threw it up, but it's like you're kind of watching. It's like, well, where is this thing? And he got his hand on it at 24.
Looked like it slipped out of his hand a little bit. That didn't have a lot of juice to it.
almost hit the Jumbotron.
I mean, he did get it there. But
He did.
Yeah. But been an interesting day here for Layton. Has really been a. I'll tell you what, Davis can't look any better than they have today.
No. I mean, other than that first quarter, they have by
That's very
far
true.
been the better team today.
I was going to say, did not expect this the way this game started for Davis.
Yeah. Yeah, Davis was on their heels a little bit, and then, man, that second quarter just changed the whole complexion of this game.
Yep.
And they had to get it done, right? I was like, hey, well, we got to fight and we got to get this done. And they came right back. What was it, 21-9 or whatever it was? It's like, and they were able to chip back and then take the lead right before the end of the half.
Yep.
Absolutely unreal.
It's hard to come back when you have a 30-6 run put on you.
Yeah.
1,000,000%, right? When they got that score and it was 27-21 when we went to the break. I mean, just so interesting to see what this game looked like after the lead was taken.
Yep. Got to give a lot of credit to Davis. They started just kind of settling in and creating easy shots for the guys that can make shots.
Coach, you've coached for a while, multiple programs. You've coached high-profile kids. How important is it to have that kind of experience and senior leadership? Or not, doesn't have to be a senior, but experience come from the players in those moments.
Oh, it's huge. Like, I mean, you can draw up what you want. You can explain what you want in a game plan, but the kids have to go out there and perform it. And if you got guys that understand what you're trying to do and they understand the game of basketball, it makes a huge difference.
I'm going to try to make there from Sam Romer. He's at 20 points. We're all good. Yes, Sam Romer's got 20 points tonight, and then, I mean, obviously Carter Miller's got 16.
And I think the challenge is you have, according to my stats, I'm missing 2. You have 5 guys who have scored for Layton. You've got 8 for Davis.
Yeah.
Been interesting, to
Yeah.
say the least, right?
Yeah.
I mean, being a Region 1 coach, I know this isn't the way that guys like Jonah Fulmer and Sam Romer wanted to end their high school careers, but I need to give a shout out to Sam especially. I'm not sad to see him go because we couldn't ever stop him in the 3 years he was playing a lot of varsity basketball, but stand-up kid. So, I feel bad for him right here, but I wish him the best moving forward.
It's the tough thing, right? Like, you get to know these players. You play them so frequently. We've seen him in the top 50. We've covered Layton for years. And you
Sorry.
You just hate to see, like, it only ends in, like, happiness for one team.
One team.
You know?
Yeah, and especially, you come into a semifinal like this, you're like, okay, we're playing a rival. This is going to come down to the wire, and just kind of the way this game has gone for Layton, it'll be hard to swallow for these seniors, I think.
Yeah.
Very, very true. And how about Bodie Sparrow? Just to the rim, his second dunk of the day. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, kids, as athletic a kid we have in the state, to be a first-team All-State wide receiver and then come do this on the court a couple months later, you don't see kids like him very often that are two-sport, stars a little bit.
Yeah. And he's just a sophomore.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the crazy thing. And to me, I look at him like he doesn't look like what's going to be an all-state receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's not Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Looking out there.
But you put him in shoulder pads and a helmet, and he sure does.
And there's a steal.
And you got a kid like Trayton Bessinger throwing you the ball. That kid can sling it.
Yeah, that helps.
Well, and Bessinger's going to go on, and he's a senior?
No,
junior.
He's young, too. But Davis has a lot of athletes on the gridiron coming back.
Yep. And Moala, junior Moala,
Yep.
he's back.
There's the foul, going to set things up as that foul's going to go to Corden Christensen. But not going to say the least that Davis came for what they did, and they are here and all that kind of stuff. But to Layton, this has been a great team been a lot of fun to watch him. But going to be really sad to see the season end. Coach Miller knows how much I enjoy covering his teams, and especially this one. Because I want to say, never mind, that was last year. He got me to get out there to go cover his team right before when the season started and all that stuff. But it's been an amazing run to watch his team.
Yeah. Kilby does an awesome job, and he's such a good guy. Like for a Region 1 coach, just being able to go to meetings with him and just talking with him before the games, he's a stand-up guy, and they'll be back. Layton's got athletes, and they'll continue to be a force in 6A. And congratulations to Coach Sims and the Darts. A huge accomplishment to make it to the state championship, and they've got a great team. And whoever they play, Corner Canyon or Harriman, which we'll find out soon, will be about as good a matchup as you can find in the state.
Been an absolute blast to have Casey Walkenhurst on the call with us as the clock is running down. As Carter Miller going to put this thing away with 5 seconds, and all the way down 2-1 as Davis going to go back to the state championship. You see how excited Chad Sims was. As congratulations to Chad Sims getting a win over Kelby Miller. Your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Great game by Davis to come out and get punched in the mouth in the first quarter, get your team settled, and go on just dominate from second quarter on. Shows how good Davis is. They have depth. They have guys that can score, and it's not always just Pullman Atwater. So whoever plays them for the state championship tomorrow night will have their hands full for sure.
I love the run we've seen from Davis in this tournament. Not because we cover Davis, but when you think about it, they had to play a gritty AF team. Then they had to play a tough physical Westlake team. And it feels like they are getting better each round, right? That AF game was really tough. Westlake, they had to find some stuff. It worked out well for them. This game, down early, and then they run away with it. I feel like they've been building this tournament. I'm really excited to see what we get from Davis in that championship. I agree. I think whether it's Corner Canyon or it's Harriman, it's going to be a real fun 6A state championship game.
Yep, definitely.
No, that's very true. So you got to decide on what this is going to be. And really, when you look at Davis, there's a million different ways it can go. When you look at the next game for, Thursday?
Yep.
Whatever it is.
Tomorrow night.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure Davis will be getting a scouting report going for both teams and be ready to go tomorrow. And we'll see who steps up. If it's Coleman that carries him to a state title, or if it's his surrounding cast, which he has a lot of them. Man, I can't wait to come back up here and watch it, to be honest with you.
It'll be good.
It'll be an absolute blast. Well, again, our final score goes in the favor of the Davis Darts. Congratulations to Chad Sims. That team is absolutely huge. And congratulations to Coach Kelby Miller. Love that guy, and it's been an absolute blast to watch his boy. Been an absolute blast to have you with us.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me back again.
Second game.
I love it.
Maybe we can get a third game. Maybe we get that.
I don't know.
Again, is Davis getting to the 6A state championship. You can see it right here on KSLSports.com. Again, congratulations to the Davis Darts.